Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently... Oh, it helps if I switch to the right scene. There we go. Where we are currently kind of stalled out on this offensive, but that's also kind of by design, right? Because we're working on getting these logistics improvements done, and they will finish up pretty quickly here, in all honesty. So we will get these worked on, and I'm not too keen on pushing up right now, although... Wow, that was a little laggy to zoom in. I do want to get an offensive line simply right there. And we'll see if we can manage to pull that off. I kind of doubt it immediately. I want to check in quick on how many tanks we need. 1,700 right now. Okay. And looking at what we've got here, yeah, we could definitely use some more. We could definitely use some more. Just more. It doesn't matter what category you're talking about. We could use some more here. That said, the AI did just order this attack. Let's support it. It's not going well. Maybe it is going well. No, it's not going well. So we're going to pull that off. Or pull that back, rather. I don't want to attack that at this moment. I don't think that's a great idea. We do need to deal with our logistics situation here. No doubt about that. It will improve slowly over time. We need to get a lot of these railways built. Particularly these ones back here, in all honesty. Can we see... by highlighting here where these are? No, apparently not. But we did finish up our armored division. That goes into our reserve army. And the question now is, how many tanks do we need at this point? 1931, but that's mostly because we need more tanks for our new recruitment, right? And we don't actually need a new recruitment right now. But for the moment, I think that's okay. We do desperately need to get these railways done. That's for sure. They're well underway. But there is a bunch of them that we need to do. I want to check in on our... Okay. We can definitely get that queued up and moved down. For anti-air, it all looks good for the moment. Cool. So getting supplies up here is going to be a pretty big deal. We need that to happen, and I'm not sure if we need to build a supply depot. I don't think we do, in all honesty. I think this might be okay, as is. It looks quasi-reasonable. Are we on cautiously attack? We're on balanced attack. Let's back that off to cautious for the moment. Should be fine. We're going to be finishing up this train, or this track rather, in just a couple of days here. Cool. In all honesty, we're going to have these tracks done fairly soon. It will take some time yet. What I really want to see is some supplies here, so that we can force an attack here. Now, one thing we could think about is air. Why do we have superiority over the West Indian Ocean? That's confusing to me, but okay. Oh, I guess it must be showing us places where the Americans have air superiority. Cool. Well, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that right now. What we really want to do is push into here. Specifically, this location. So I'm actually going to delete this offensive line. I simply want an offensive line here. This fill-in is quasi-okay, but maybe this would actually be better off as a spearhead for this army. Right? This army? Yes. The spearhead would require going this way first. Okay. A little awkward, but I guess we'll do it. Okay. Want to check in here on our railways. They are definitely improving. So we're going to get a number of these done pretty soon. 28 August, 21 August, 21 August, and then no factories are assigned to these 5, but we'll get to them. So we definitely do need supplies over here. There's basically no supply flow over this way, which is really hampering our attacks. Which means that this railway needs to be a very high priority right now. So which railway is this? This is the state of Sudan. Okay. So that's the one we're building right now. This is the top priority one here. Beautiful. So that is under construction, and it is being worked on. In fact, there is a railway all the way up to here for now. State supplies scaled to 61% due to not having full control of the state. Yeah, fair enough. So we definitely need to get more supplies up here, but there's only so much that we can get in right now. Okay. So that will all finish up soon enough. We're going to have Luanda to Leopoldville done very soon. In fact, there it goes right now. And now we're beginning to work here. That'll be done in 6 January. It'll actually be done about twice as fast as that once we finish up the Sudan one on 30 August. So it won't be quite that bad. Okay. So what's the state actually look like here? Yeah, okay. So looking at the state borders here, we definitely want to get this taken over. I'm going to go ahead and delete this spearhead order. I don't think that's useful. For the moment, we're just going to chill here. How are we doing on tanks? 1475 are now needed. That's a huge improvement. So that's great. We're making almost 12 per day. I think it will get to 12 per day by the time we get our production cap up. So that looks very, very good to me. I want to take a look at our logistics here. Obviously, we're not fighting right now, so we're just stockpiling or reinforcing things for the moment. We're expecting our tank deficit to last for another 120 days. Okay. So we can now see that this will be done on 8 November instead of being done in January. That's great. This one will be done on 11 September. So just 2 days. And we're almost done building all of our railroads. So that'll be great. I want to check in on our supplies here. Looks good for the moment. And we're going to start constructing our infrastructure here very soon. We have a lot of infrastructure to construct. How much does infrastructure cost? 6,000? Okay. Elections will be held as usual. Absolutely. How are we doing here? We're 100% democratic. We're not going to have a problem. So that'll be great. And yeah, we're just chilling here right now. Yes, it does appear that our assault has stalled out for a moment, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. I want to see, what is it that we're building right now? Elizabethville to Tanganyika. Okay, that I definitely butchered that. So Elizabethville. Port Elizabeth? No. Okay. Well, we know it's over here. So, we can figure it out. That would be this one. Okay. Sounds good. So that's going to link our two rail networks together on this side. They're already linked over here, but it will link them on the eastern side of the continent. So that'll be good. And I do think that we should start building a supply hub right here. So we're going to get started on that. That's going to be done in 6 February. It's going to take a while. But we'll get started on it. Should be good. I'm a little concerned about our supplies over here as well, but for the moment I think it's okay. So we're going to get that going to distribute supplies. And what is our supplies looking like over here? Honestly, they're okay on this side. Not too bad. Cool. So this is going to be done on 3 October. Not too bad there. 10 November. Sure. So we're just taking a bit of a pause in our offensive here. Mostly to work through tanks, in all honesty. That's mostly what we're doing, is trying to produce more tanks. We also need to deliver the tanks to the front, which is its own struggle. But we're working on that. I think we'll be fine on that front. A supply hub in Sudan should help quite a lot. We could potentially use a supply hub down over here as well, but I'm not going to build that right now. I'd like to be working on some of this infrastructure, because of course when we look at our infrastructure, it increases our supply power in strategic regions, and increases our division speed, as well as increasing raw resource extraction. We like that for all of this. So that's great. So 10 November and 11 November. Both of these will be done in approximately a month. And then, of course, our supply depot will be several months after that. But that's okay. So our supply flow over here is not as good as I would like. I'm currently wondering, should we distribute this manpower to our existing army? And I think the answer is yes. So we're going to distribute that out. It's already gone. And we're now going to recruit this guy. Cool. We only have 300 there, but we can just add this location. I don't need to drag it back up in priority. It's fine. There we go. Cool. So that'll all be good. Are we going to wait on this supply depot? Which is actually now on 19 January. Why is that like 2 weeks faster now? I don't know why, but I'm not going to complain. Okay. So the supply hub is going to be done on 19 January. That's not really a concern, per se. The question is, do we wait until that's done? We only need 960 more tanks. And we're making virtually 12 per day. So that is a pretty good pace here. What is our fighting strength here? Like, if we look at this guy. 3% due to manpower. Yeah, that's pretty grim. That's very grim, in fact. I mean, we're not surprised that our manpower is stretched very thin. That's not surprising at all. We're only making 1.43k per month right now. Not surprising in the slightest. We could disband one of these divisions, like the one that we just made here, and get that manpower distributed back to the army, as well as sending those centurions to these armies as well. I think we'll do that. So that's another 9.9k manpower. Now that manpower will immediately be sucked up here. So we're going to cancel production of those lines, and we're not going to restart those for a while. But that manpower will immediately get slucked into this army. How much do we actually need? A lot. That's like 200,000. 300,000? It's 300,000. So what we just distributed is a drop in the bucket. Now, we knew that this would eventually happen, that we'd have a massive manpower issue. The question is, what do we end up doing about it? Honestly, there's not a lot to be done. It kind of just is. All we can do pretty much is just wait. Our supplies are improving. No doubt about that. There's a German operative that got captured there. Cool. And once Allied troops get to the front over here, we can maybe think about attacking again. But honestly, for the moment, we really can't. There's very little we can do right now, with our manpower being the way it is. We could distribute some infantry manpower as well. And honestly, I think we will. So that'll be another 10k that gets sent over here. And it's just instantly gone. Or pretty close to instantly. Cool. So if we look at this unit now, it's still 3% manpower. So I'm wondering how long it takes that manpower to arrive here. It might be a while. Especially with our supplies being the way that they are up in Sudan here. That said, we are working on infrastructure now, and Sudan's infrastructure will be done on 21 December. So that's great. And our supply depot is now set for 19 January. Cool. So that supply depot will help matters out over here quite a lot. That's for sure. But our main problem is what it's always been. Manpower. We've been able to stretch it, but we're kind of reaching the breaking point here. So I wouldn't mind potentially pushing in here. Shortening our front line a little bit. Let's see about running that attack. And not exactly getting a surround on Djibouti, but this will improve what we can do to attack Djibouti. So this is a very minor attack on territory that doesn't really matter, right? But we're going to move in here. Cool. And some of these guys are being redistributed, but I want to move all of these forces to attack Djibouti. And I want to assist with all of these forces. I want Djibouti, and I want it now. Cool. One of their forces retreated. And the other two will as well eventually. There goes another, and a third. So we're going to take Djibouti here, and now we need to hold it. And it looks like we will. Beautiful. So we're going to dig in there now, and this is not connected to our rail network. So we should definitely try to connect it to our rail network. Like that. Cool. That does become our highest priority, most likely. So we'll go ahead and let that go. In the meantime, we are, of course, waiting on this. That's now on 20 January. There must have been a minor attack out over here. Okay. Man, we still need 280,000 manpower. That is insane. How are we doing on tanks, though? Okay, we actually have tanks. We're stockpiling them now. Beautiful. So we have supplies and equipment. What we need right now is men to get to the front. Hey, Indonesia. Do you want to give us garrison support? They don't have enough manpower to give us. I beg to differ, but okay. I don't suppose we can ask that of the US. They claim they don't have enough manpower to give us either. Oh, they're down to 3 to 5 million. Interesting. The US has lost a lot of manpower. How's Germany doing on... Hello. What's going on over here? Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4 separate naval invasions on mainland Europe. 5, 6, 7 naval invasions over here. Plus 8, 9 naval invasions in total. And they're pressing forward on the Indian front. Okay, so the US is doing things. Will any of these be at all successful? I kind of doubt it. We'll see. Germany has 30,000 manpower right now. 4.77 million deployed army manpower and only 652 divisions. Their army is definitely shrinking. Cool. Well, we're going to proceed. I kind of doubt anything too major is going to happen up here. But that's the Germans being pulled in a lot of different directions. So I approve. I definitely approve. So this railway will be done on 10 January. The Sudan infrastructure on 7 January, and 20 January is when the supply hub is going to be built. So about a month at this point. I think that's reasonably fine. Yeah, I think we just chill. We need manpower, and we need to figure out how we want to do that. Now, we could go to service by requirement, or even scraping the barrel. That would massively reduce our construction speed, factory output, dockyard output, and training time. Extensive conscription is about the best that we can do there. And here's the thing. We just don't have that much core manpower overall. So increasing up to 25%, sure, it would give us a good boost right now. But we'd still only be making 5K. At the cost of all of these Maoists. Our non-core population is much, much higher. I'd like to increase our recruitment of non-core population. That would be nice. The local compliance is helping it. Is there any other way to get non-core manpower, though? Not that I know of. You can't core in this game. Which is a little sad, but you can't. So that's definitely a question. Oh, hello. Haiti pushed them back over here, it looks like. Interesting. So, oh, that's an autosave for the year tick. Cool. I wanted to pop into here. Okay. So, we're going to be very, very close to done with all of these, right? 12 January, so only a couple of days on this rail line, which is, of course, connecting us over here. Just connecting this to our overall logistics network. Just a couple more days there, and overall, just a few more days. Not going to be too bad. Manpower is definitely our largest requirement. There's no doubt about that one. Sadly, building infrastructure doesn't increase non-core manpower. That would be really neat if it did. I wish there was a way to increase non-core manpower other than just compliance. I mean, compliance will come up, and it will help. And I understand why non-core manpower is so much lower. That makes a lot of sense. But man, that's rough. I wish you could increase it by small amounts through, like, tough-to-implement decisions or something. Like, we're capped on political power, and I don't want to do these because of the war support and stability. If we could spend it, like, even if it costed, like, 500 political power, and it increased by the non-core manpower by 0.01%, I'd be doing it. I would be doing it. Absolutely. Sadly, it doesn't work that way. I know there are mods that you can do to alter that, but in the base game you can't. That does make me sad. So this railroad is now done, as is the supply depot. And we can instantly see our supplies so much better over here. I like it. So that's very good. So we now have a supply depot up here, and these guys are going to be, in theory, moving up here. Yeah, there they go. Fantastic. The question is, when are we going to attack here? We could definitely attack here first. If we were to bring these guys in and attack like so, and then assist and assist. So we knock this guy out, like so. And then we allow these guys to regenerate a little bit while we move up. We take this location, and now we can move in here. I want these guys to actually only be assisting. Yeah, assisting. And then these guys assist. Cool. Like that. And from here, we should have them cut off. That's the idea. Cool. So, now we grab these guys, and they have an offensive line right here. They can start working on that. Fantastic. I want that cleaned up. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will get this area fully cleaned up, and then we can focus in on this area. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. Oh, I just noticed that we ended up losing one of our units. Hang on. It was an infantry. I'm just going to move that over from our reserves. Okay. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.